Anna stood at the kitchen counter, the bag of seeds sitting in front of her like a question she didn't want to answer. Outside, the wind carried the smell of dust instead of rain. The ground had been dry for months, the sky a relentless pale blue. Her late husband's old Bible lay open on the table, the page marked at Psalm 126:5. Those who sow with tears will reap with songs of joy. But right now, all she saw were tears, no joy in sight. She thought of selling the seed. Maybe it would bring enough to buy flour and a little fuel. Planting it seemed foolish without rain. She turned the bag over in her hands, trying to weigh survival against faith. That afternoon, a figure appeared at the end of the dusty road. A man, tall but weary, carrying nothing but a walking stick and a small satchel. He paused at her gate, hat in hand. "Ma'am," he said, voice low and hoarse, "could I trouble you for a cup of water?" Anna hesitated, then nodded, motioning him toward the porch. She poured water into a tin cup, and he drank slowly, as though each sip mattered. "Drought's been hard on everyone," he said, setting the cup down. She gave a short, bitter laugh. "Hard feels too small a word." The man's eyes softened. "My grandmother once told me something. A seed only looks dead until the right season comes. Then the life inside shows itself." He smiled faintly, tipped his hat, and began walking down the road again. Anna watched him until he disappeared into the shimmering heat. His words lingered, wrapping themselves around her heart. That evening, she sat on the porch with her 12-year-old son, Jacob. The sun was setting, painting the dry fields gold. She told him about the seed. "We could sell it," she said quietly. Or, she let the rest hang in the air. Jacob's small hand found hers. "Let's plant it, Mama. Maybe God's waiting to see if we trust him." Something inside her shifted. Maybe it wasn't about the seed at all. Maybe it was about her heart. The next morning they worked together, pressing each seed into the cracked soil. Jacob whispered prayers over each row. "Lord, let it grow." Anna added her own silent plea. "Lord, let my faith grow too." Days passed. The sky stayed dry. Then one afternoon, clouds gathered on the horizon. A single roll of thunder broke the silence, and rain began to fall. Not a downpour, but steady drops that sank deep into the ground where their seeds slept. Weeks later, the first green shoots broke through the earth. Jacob ran to the porch, barefoot and grinning. "Mama, come see. It's working." They stood together at the edge of the field, the tender plants swaying in the breeze. The crop wouldn't be enough to sell, but it would give them seeds for next season, and hope for something more. Anna wiped a tear from her cheek and looked up at the sky. "Thank you, Lord," she whispered. The drought wasn't over. The hardship wasn't gone. But in her heart, something had shifted. A quiet knowing that God's timing is perfect, his provision enough, and his promises sure. Message. Even when the ground is dry and the future uncertain, the smallest seed of faith can grow into hope if we trust the one who sends the rain.